Hello, this is Algebra 2, topic 9-8 on hyperbolas, the general conic form. So this is the general conic form again. And if it's a hyperbola, then A and B have different signs. So our standard hyperbola is either going to be this or this. Just depends on what's got the negative. If the y has the negative, it's this. If the x has the negative, then it's this. And all we're doing is we're completing the square like we've done in previous assignments. So first off, we're going to do a little bit of rearranging. I'm going to add the 49 to both sides and then rearrange. So I have 11x squared minus 22x plus some number to complete the square. Go ahead and wrap that in parentheses. Plus negative 4y squared minus 16y plus some number to complete the square, close, equals 49 plus a number plus a number. Well, now I need to get rid of my coefficients, so I'm going to go ahead and divide everything in the first group by 11. That gives me 11 x squared minus 2x plus some number. Divide the second group by negative 4, so I get minus 4 y squared plus 4y plus some number to complete the square equals 49 plus some number and plus another number. Well, this first one is going to be plus 11 times something squared. The next one is going to be a negative 4 times something squared. Well, let's figure out what those somethings are. Half of negative 2 is negative 1 squared. Half of 4 is 2 squared, so we put negative 1 and 2. And now we can go ahead and collapse. So this simply becomes 11 times x minus 1 squared minus 4 times y plus 2 squared equals, well, I do 49 plus 11 times negative 1 squared plus negative 4 times 2 squared, and that gives me 44. And now I divide both sides by 44. Well, 44 divided by 11 gives me a denominator of 4 minus 4 divided by 11 gives me 44 divided by 4 gives me a denominator of 11. And this, of course, equals 1, which is what we were going for. And so that is working out the first problem. It's just the same as what we were doing for an ellipse. The only thing is that you'll need to divide this by a negative number, which turns this into a minus. Notice the negative 16 became a positive 4. I want to make sure that you include that, and that you include this negative sign over here when you're multiplying. Let's take a look at example number 2. We're going to go ahead and break it up just like we've been doing. Move that 19 to the other side. We're going to get 4y squared plus 24y plus some number. Go ahead and group all that. Plus, group this, a negative x squared plus 2x plus some number equals 19 plus both numbers. All right, now we're going to go ahead and divide. Divide everything here by 4. So 4 y squared plus 6y plus our number to complete the square. divide everything this by negative 1, so we put minus x squared minus 2x plus some number equals 19 plus both of our mystery numbers. Well, this one is going to be multiplied by 4, and this one's going to be multiplied by a negative 1, because that's what we divided out of here, and that's what we divided out of here. Now we're going to go ahead and complete our squares. Well, half of 6 is 3. Half of negative 2 is a negative 1. And now we go ahead and simplify it down. We have 4 times y plus 3 squared minus x minus 1 squared equals, well, 19 plus 4 times 3 squared plus a negative 1 times negative 1 squared gives us a 54. Hold on, let me double check this again. Oh, this is supposed to be a negative 19. So let me do this again, but this time I'm going to make sure that we include our leading negative sign, and that gives us 16. The reason I knew 54 was off was because 54 doesn't divide by 4, and so that would give us some odd numbers for our hyperbola, and we're not dealing with any odd numbers in our hyperbolas. Not in this assignment. So now we want to divide everything by 16. Well, 16 divided by 4 gives me a denominator of 4 for y plus 3 squared minus, well, there's nothing up here, so I just keep the 16 as a denominator, x minus 1 squared, and that equals 1. And so we have our answer. And moving on to our last example. It looks a bit shorter. If you'll notice, it doesn't have an x term. We're going to deal with that, but first we want to add 116 to both sides. That's going to give us 25x squared. That's all the x's. Plus negative 4y squared plus 16 plus something to complete our square equals 116. Now, remember, there's no x term, so this is already a perfect square. I need to add a term to make this a perfect square, which means I'm also adding that term back here. And now I divide out, well, divide by 25. This is just a matter of moving the parentheses. Minus 4, I need to divide by negative 4. Y squared minus 4y plus our complete the square number equals 116 plus negative 4 times our complete the square number. Well, here half of negative 4 is a negative 2. And now we break it down. We have 25x squared minus 4 times y minus 2 squared equals, well, 116 plus a negative 4 times a negative 2 squared gives us just 100. Divide everything by 100. Well, 100 divided by 25 leaves us with the denominator of 4. 100 divided by 4 leaves us with the denominator of 25. And 100 divided by 100 is 1. And so we have our answer. So, again, all we're doing is rearranging the formulas, completing the squares, and then making sure that our last value is 1. Good luck and have a good day.